Hi, everyone. Corrie here, coming in to do the energy update for uh, November the 28th, 2023. Today, I want to say the angels are with us. I tried recording this 3 or 4 times, and there was so much doom and gloom and all of those things. And yes, that shit does exist. I'm not saying it doesn't. I'm not in denial of the real world. But on the other side of that is the divine. And what we need now is miracles. We need angels. We need to see the light. We need to see the love. We need to become the love. We need to become the light. We need to be that positive influence within the world that is needed more than ever. Do I do predictions? Yes. Are they pretty? Not always. But more than that is the connection to the divine. It's my connection that I have with God, with the angels, with the holy realm, with the ascendant masters, with all that exists beyond, with the saints and the ancients and the magi and there's just so many things, and the Pleiadians, of course. Can't deny my relationship to the blue people and to the Pleiadians and all that is here, and the Lumerians, all that is here to raise the Earth's vibration into love. And as long as we are fighting for something of the past that we need to release and let go, that part will always be trapped and stuck in the vortex of that lower vibrating energy. The evolution and the evolving of who and what we are as a human race is to evolve into love and to come into a deeper understanding of what love means and where love plays out in our lives and how to be a more loving force field in our own world. And so bringing us into a place of enlightenment. The angel who had come to me today was Archangel Raphael. And Archangel Raphael is such a beautiful angel. And Archangel Raphael, is sometimes sometimes the forgotten angel, because we're always seeking a miracle, a healing for Earth, a healing for ourselves, but we forget to call in. We're always seeking for something outside of ourselves to work with us or to do the work for us. But we're forgetting the power of asking. And this is the energy of asking. We do have Mars rolling itself around like it's in a bowling alley and making a lot of noise. And there is a lot of chaotic noise with it. And there's a lot of being at war energy. And if we're always at war within ourselves, with ourselves, then we just can't find the space or the time to connect into the divine, to connect to that divine energy, to connect to the angels and the guides. But they're here with us, and they're always here with us. And so when I was asking Archangel Raphael, like, what do you feel? What do you think? Like, what do you really think? And he brings me back to the sense of what some people call those daggers, right? Those energetic threads and attachments, which are connected in from the past, this life and other lifetimes, to people. And how people are very stuck in, how people can be very much unaware, not so much stuck, that's not the word he said to use, but very unaware of how this can influence energy. And you don't have to have a relationship with the spiritual aspect of it to have energetic threads and cords attached. You may use a different language. You may say, you feel like someone has cursed you. You may feel like that you have some sort of entity pulling you down. Whatever it is, the language doesn't matter. It's the impact it has upon you and how it is impacting your energy, your life, the movement, the forward flow of your life, and to remove those things. And so the places of where there is a massive, massive energetic thread of dark forces of some sort, energy is tied around money, financial. And as we are in a time of really truly needing to put our focus into a financial healing of money, is that we also have to be aware of how much money has gone to the darkness, how much money goes into the addictive habits, into supporting any type of war, supporting anything that is not of our highest good, anything. And so it's easy to judge your politicians, but do you look into your own life? Do you look at where yours is going? But we also, it's a very obvious thing to see our food sources, to see that money, see how money is also being used for control. But we have something very powerful within us. And Raphael is reminding us that we have a magnetic pull to take back that charge, to take back the money, to see ourselves as not to be indebted to something, but to see ourselves free of it, to see our way through to freedom, to free ourselves of the past, to free ourselves of the old energetic threads. We need to change our perspectives and our views, to look at things in a whole different way, in a different view, to see things in a way that just says to us that that there is, if money was an energy, if money was time, if money was anything other than a commodity that you hold in your hands and that you use to sustain your life, what else would it be? What would it look like? And how would you hold on to it? So if we were to free ourselves of having to satisfy the unmet needs, to nurture the things that we feel like are missing from our lives, we may find ourselves in a place of being freed. So who still owes you something? Who do you feel like still owes you something? What part of life do you feel like still owes you? And as long as somebody still owes you, you are always going to be seeking to be caught up, because you're always waiting for something to come back to you. If no one owes you nothing, and if you owe no one else anything, then it's the beginning of being set free. Today, it is about being able to free ourselves of that, of those energetic connections, and to move beyond an eye for an eye, to see things in a different mindset of how we're going to approach moving forward, how we're going to approach going ahead. And Archangel Raphael, I feel this intensity, I feel this heaviness, I feel unworthy to even be able to speak for the angels, to communicate this through. But as a healer, and as the healing appears, is where do you need to put your focus in the healing within self? And if we heal, maybe the world will eventually heal, but maybe not. These are cycles. These things continue, because you're not going to change the mindset of the world, but you can change your own mindset. And money will come in. Healthy relationships will appear. Things will appear in your life. But where do we need to really look at where we have these energetic, or not where, we need to look at these energetic threads, these energetic chains and cords that are attached, and how they have punctured, how they have infiltrated, how they have broken through into what would have been the healthiest areas of your life, and how there is such a hold to that, and removing that energy. And so today we ask of you to really look into life, look into that energy, look into that place of where you may have had that need to feel like you're waiting for something to come that's going to change it, and ask yourself, what do I need to start to do? What do I need to start to do? Archangel Raphael is not the one that cuts the cords. Archangel Michael will help cut the cords. It is strength, it is courage, finding that virtuous strength and courage within ourselves. And Archangel Raphael fills the wounds. Fills the wounds. Where is there an open wound for you today, where you need to allow, where you have the opportunity to allow in Raphael's pure love and light healing energy to fill the wounds, so that the wounds can heal from the divine, and not from you continually putting a Band-Aid on and hoping for the best. And as we release this energy from ourselves, as we build this new relationship to what this would look like for us, we may feel the sense of being exhausted. It is an ascension. It is time to grow, it's time to evolve, to hold money into a different standard. When you hold your sense of worth, you hold money to a different standard. You look at where it is leaking out in your own life. Where is that of worth, that which is worthy and valuable to you, not just money, that is leaking out of you? And your moments is one of those. Your moments is equally as valuable as the money that you have. Money we can get more of. There's so much of it out there. But if all you see is the desperation when it arrives, and that you're just got to go buy these things, you just got to fill up on more false illusions, then it's going right back to always that same place. Whereas if you take that money and you think, how can I grow that money? So if you hold on to your energy, if you hold on to what you're feeling in your own feelings, how can I grow beyond these feelings? How can I expand this? How can I be greater than? And it takes holding back, having the willpower to hold ourselves back, refrain from impulses, refrain from trying to fill the wounds, to fill the hurts, to fill the pain, to fill all those things with more temporary satisfactions, and start to move into a more positive, upbeat way of being able to get to a point in life of where there is only the scar of where the wound once was, but things are healed. It is a time of great healing. And even though it may not feel like it, it may feel like this is so far from this, but Archangel Raphael says this is a time of healing. It is a great time of healing, but we can't keep putting Band-Aids and temporary satisfactions back on old wounds. Old wounds have to heal. Old wounds need to be infused with the divine healing light of the divine. And Raphael is an archangel, works with Jesus, works with God energy, works with the divine energy. It is a virtue. It is that of the divine unconditional love. And here to really truly bring us into being able to look at, to see where we have these illusions that we are in this entrapment story. I'm trapped in this debt. I'm trapped in this life. I'm trapped in this story. I'm trapped. We're not trapped. It is the illusions of being trapped. We get trapped in our minds. And this week I wrote a post that was given to me by Archangel Raphael and spoke about the heart being an organ and how the heart was not creating your pain stories. That's the thoughts. Your thoughts created. Your beliefs created. Your enemy is made because you believe you have an enemy. Your pain continues. Your hurt, the misery continues beyond the pain because you continue to hold on to the stories. And it is time now to bring ourselves to this place of saying, I need to be released from these attachments. I need to set myself free of this. I need to set other people free. And I need to set my mind free. And I'm asking, not begging, commanding that the beautiful divine healing light enter in through the places in my life of where the open wound is the thing that I keep trying to fill with temporary satisfactions. And what do I need now to heal? It is to allow the healing in. It's allow light in. Stop looking into the dark and hoping for change. Stop looking into the falsehood, to the illusions, to the half-assed truths, and believing that that's where our change is going to come from. If you are prancing into the problem, if you're dancing with the problem, if you're dancing with the darkness, if you're dancing into the screaming, if you're in the midst of it, you will never be a part of the solution. and the solutions will never get to you. You will never know the solutions, because all you'll do is find you will be a part of another Band-Aid. If everyone just give me what I want, do what I want, and if everyone is thinking that, then we get what we want. But what does getting what you want, what cost does it come at? What is it costing you? What have we become blind to? What have we become deaf to? What have we become silent to? What? What is affected by those attachments, by what we become so invested in that we become blind to any other truth? That there is no other way. There's a divine way. And that divine way is really, truly trying to get into our wounds, to remove the shards, to remove the energetic threads that have been attached, so that you, your body, us as a whole, that we can ascend beyond, we can heal. We can't change the mindsets of everyone. But if we truly believe that our neighbor is our enemy, that we as a human race in any way needs to continue to be enemies, we have to seriously look and look deeper. Oh. So Archangel Raphael says sometimes what we don't realize we're lacking the most is the belief in ourselves, because we're so easy to become a part of the convictions, the addictions, the unhealthy habits, the things that we would have been so against. And we become a part of justifying them because we have our own wounds, and because we know hurt. We know what it feels like to be mistreated. We know what it feels like to be betrayed. But what we know in betrayal may be nothing like somebody else's. But if we can free ourselves and free others, if we can restore our sense of worth, if we can really truly look at value in some and all of the other areas of our lives, if we can see ourselves as no one owes us anything and we owe no one else anything, if we could stop letting things run out of our lives as fast as it comes in, if we stop chasing and start attracting, imagine what could happen. So Archangel Raphael is here with us this week, here with us with arms, wings, light, whatever it is that you may see. I know what I see. Then Archangel Raphael just says, if you can let healing in, if you can let the light of healing in, it will begin a journey. First, we have to ask Archangel Michael to come help release those attachments, those cords, to cut those cords, to do an energetic cord cutting, to set free those anchors, those hooks, those anchors of old stories, so that there can be a new energetic connection, so that we can plug into a new energetic connection, into the divine, not one that has such control, not one that is so manipulative, not one that can be so confused as true light, but it's illusions. We have called this all year, that we have to be able to see the sinister within self, so that we can see the sinister that is at work in such a big way upon this earth. And when we can free it in ourselves, we can free it in the world. We can free it in our world. And when you can free yourself from the things that are taking you away from the places and pieces of life that are filled with light and love, and not being afraid to exist, not being afraid to look into to live in your own world, it'll be amazing what will happen. So our ask is for you to say yes. to Archangel Michael assisting you. Say yes to Archangel Raphael stepping in and infusing those wounds without having to put another band-aid on, but let the healing light in. Amanakana. To let in that beautiful healing light, to let in the love, to let in that which is here for us, to see this of the flames of the beautiful divine, and see the violet flames that is here saying, hand over that, hand it over to us, give over to us the pain that keeps you believing that you have to keep handing over the things that are most valuable to you, including your peace, including your sense of worth and value, but your sense of your own, your own dignity, restoring our sense of integrity and dignity within self, handing over the things that take us further away from ourselves. And so we could be like a boomerang. We can come back home, come back to self, and there will be scars left, but the wounds will finally heal. And when the wounds heal, all relationships begin to heal, mainly the relationship with self. So we ask of you today, as the healer energy, Akanamana, and we ask of you to allow in the light, to allow in the love, to allow in this beautiful healing energy of Raphael, to infuse you as the angelic realm surrounds us, as we ask for the help, as the prayers are being heard. But what we ask for in prayers, we have to understand that if it is coming from our broken self, if it's coming at a cost to the harm of somebody else, that what we're asking for may not be answered the way that you think it should be answered. It'll be answered in a way that is for the highest good, not because you get what you want, not because it satisfies a need that you believe we are entrapped in something. We are more free. And so there will be joyful announcements. There will be beautiful things again. There will be a shift and a change in this financial mess that has been created because the sinister has gotten into the light and has gotten into how money is viewed and to what money is used for. There is a change. There's also dismantling. The world will see its biggest change, shift coming soon especially in the next coming months. I don't believe this December, this Christmas will be quite the Christmas that you would have seen as on a world scale as before, but it will be more like a divine Christmas. And it'll be more like a Christmas of where we start to remember. Because trust me, when I feel the essence of miracles and the divine, what I feel inside of myself, I wish the whole world could feel. I wish you could feel it day and night and forever and for always. And I wish it could stay with me forever and for always. And yeah, I just know what we need is healing. And we need healing more than we need anything. And we ask for the healing so that the money turns itself around. Finances turns itself around. Life turns itself around. But it begins with you saying one thing: say yes. Say yes to the healing. Say yes to the love. Say yes to being done with being so tangled in the problems that you're not a part of the solution. Time to be a part of the solution. And be that in your relationships as much as you are with yourself. I send you much love. Have a beautiful week, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.